Live from St. Arnold's Brewery in Houston, Texas, White Picket Realty presents a special roadshow edition of the Realty Ruckus. If you came to get cutting-edge information about anything real estate, you came to the right place. Introducing your host, Alan Hernandez, with special guest host from the Real Estate Happy Hour, Curtis Warden.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? You like the food?
How's the food, guys? Everybody enjoying it?
Anybody drinking any beer tonight?
Come on. Endless beer there.
Did anybody bring a date tonight? Anybody? All right. Good
First
job.
Tell me it's a first date.
We have a first date going on right here in the
Give
front.
everybody that couple, give them a round of applause for having a first date here at St. Arnold's at our happy hour.
We have a first date right here.
Very cool, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. It has been one heck of a time setting this thing up, but I think we're getting there. Thank you to our executive producer, Alan Hernandez. Guys, let's give Alan a big old round of applause for setting this thing up. It's not easy pressing all those buttons. As fun as it looks, I see him over there working hard to set this thing up.
A lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. It's not the easiest thing on earth to do. Let's just go ahead and get started while Alan gets everything set up, guys, if you guys can hear me all right. And for the crowd that's here and can hear me, again, thank you very much for joining us at today's happy hour. And thank you to our guest hosts, Curtis Warden and Clay, for making it out here today. And I just rhymed. Clay today. Look at that. Let's drop a beat here. So one of the things I want to talk about today is some of the people that are out there recruiting for new agents. And I just talked to a broker right now, and he's telling me, how many agents do we have here in town? All right, we got a couple agents. Anybody practicing real estate and investment at the same time? Yeah. Okay, so one of the things that we really run into lately is agents who really want to start teams. And I was just talking to a broker on my way here, and he starts telling me about how difficult of a time he's having recruiting team members for his team. And I just realized it's not just agents that are having a hard time recruiting for teams. It's everyone. If you're out there putting a business together, I mean, I've been working on recruiting for my team for 4 years now, and I have people come and go left and right. People come in, people love it, people start making a lot of money, they go somewhere else, they go to another brokerage, you name it. And I've had to just learn the hard way that it's just part of the process to be able to, one, bring people in, and two, have people leave. And it's just part of it.
It sucks having people leave.
It does, man. It stinks because, well, you know this, because you spend a lot of time training people. And that's what I was telling this broker.
Not anymore.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it.
Clay's gonna start training the people now.
Is that right?
Don't be my problem.
Oh, see, that's a good thing to have. When you have someone that can actually train the people and then have them start producing, and then, hopefully they'll stick around long enough. But one of the things that we realized in the agency world, or in terms of people being licensed, is licensees are always looking for the best deal out there. I mean, essentially, they're always looking for who's going to charge them less fees and who's going to give them the most resources and most support.
But is that really any different than what we do when we're flipping a house?
No.
And looking for contractors?
It's really the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because it takes a long time to realize that really, you're right. It's essentially going out there and looking for the best cabinet guy who does the best job at the
cheapest price.
Yeah, without a doubt. So, that was one of the things that I've been wanting to just really get out of my system, because this guy was telling me that he's going to go out and recruit 100% agents and charge them $100. And I'm like, all right, well, that sounds interesting. It's a viable plan. There's companies like Champions who go out there and do that, and they make tons and tons of money. They have, I don't know how many agents now, 2,000 agents, and they charge $100 or I don't really know anymore. I think they charge a transaction fee and a monthly fee. So I know they're making good money. Then again, when you don't have 2,000 agents and you're trying to create a team of your own, can you really afford to charge $100 per transaction? And the answer to that is no. So you have to find a way to be competitive when you're out there creating your team, not only to be able to charge something that is reasonable for you to create a income stream, but at the same time, provide the resources and support that they need.
You're never going to be able to provide support that people need if you're going to be a discount broker.
That's right.
You can't discount your services. If you guys want to make $100,000 and you guys want to invest that money to make 100,000, it's going to come at a price, right? Typically, the price is going to be the property is going to cost a little bit more money, and the rehab is going to be costing a little bit more money.
That's right.
And there's a cost associated with that. You're going to have to wait. There's going to be time. There's going to be energy, effort, and resources. If you want to make $5,000 or $10,000, we can do that easy.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, because if you really start thinking about it, how long did it take you when you started rehabbing, flipping houses? I know you're an agent as well and a broker, but you also do a lot of investments like I do. So how long did it take you when you first started flipping to get to the point where you made a 6-figure paycheck in one house? Can you think about how many years it took you to get there?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. So I started in 06.
Yeah.
And in 2010, I transitioned over to Brooksmith. Mm-hmm. And then it took me 3 years in Brooksmith before I made my first $100,000 transaction.
Yeah. So you're looking at what?
Because remember, the market was doing this.
Yeah.
And as the market was doing this, everybody else was making money on top of my efforts.
Right. Right. A lot of people make good money.
And I made nothing off of them making money off of me.
Well, the point is, it took you, what, 7 or 8 years to get to the point where you made your first $100,000 paycheck on one transaction.
On one transaction.
That's absolutely right. And it's probably about the same for me. I mean, for the first at least 7 or 8 years for me, it was making maybe $15,000 or $20,000 per every rehab that I was doing, even though I was doing some high-end stuff. And it had a lot to do with the learning curve and going out there and getting the right contractors and getting the right people on the team. So without a doubt,
you started doing your own yard work at one time, right?
You guys heard that story?
You told it to us. You and Jabron.
I told you guys that story last time about Jabron and I doing our own yard work with our very first flip. So absolutely right. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about in our next segment here is the biggest mistakes that newbies make. And let me tell you guys something. There is a ton of mistakes that newbies make, but I want to actually cover mistakes that we make as investors, not just as real estate agents, because there is a handful of agents here, but the majority of the people that come to this event here are investing in real estate. And if they're licensed, they're also interested in investing in real estate. So a couple of things that I can remember is not having the right team, which is why I brought that up originally. Going out there and not doing my due diligence. I messed up a lot on that. And then, I'm sure we can think of several others that have affected you guys in some of your investments. But I remember being a newbie and really, really struggling and not having a lot of answers out there.
When you're you can be a newbie and be experienced at the same time. Like, I've never done an apartment deal.
Yeah.
So if I want to go start doing an apartment deal, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for someone else who's been very successful at doing apartments.
You know what? I really like that, because I just had someone come up to me and say, hey, I want to learn how to do subject to transactions. Well, I've done a handful of those. I've done quite a few. And I thought about that. If I was to do it again, instead of me having to go through all of the process of having to learn everything on my own and figure it all out and hit the bumps, I would just find someone that's already done them, split a deal or two with them, and now I know what I need to learn. So I would do the same thing on it.
Because you're also going to get all of the templates that they use.
Yep.
The forms, you're going to see the process, and it's going to be done for you. And all you have to do is just cash a check.
Yeah. So you're right. If it comes to the point where we get a chance to do some apartment transactions, I would do the exact same thing. Who's the guy that buys the most apartments here in town? Who's the most successful? All right. Do you want to split this deal with me?
I don't want to do a deal with the guy that buys the most apartments. I think he also has a radio show.
Does he? Okay, I think I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
What? We can't be on their radio show? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that we can't be on their radio show. I'm just saying that I just choose not to. You know what I'm talking about? Does his name start with a D and end with a W? Okay, that's what I thought.
Will he not split an apartment deal with us if we?
I don't think he's going to split anything with us.
Is that what it is?
Because we're not called Oink Oink members. We're not big members.
That's what it is.
Yeah, we got to go pay that $25,000.
We got to pay the fee, pay the toll.
You have to pay the toll.
One way or the other.
That's true. You got to pay one way or the other. So, all right. So, what else do you think were some of the biggest issues that we had? And then in just a minute, we're going to open up some questions here. Do we have some questions coming in? And we are live on Facebook.
We're on live on 2 feeds.
By the way, guys, thank you guys very much for joining us. We see you out there. Look at all these people that are watching us right now. How cool is that?
That's awesome.
And then we got another feed over here. Thank you guys again for joining us. If you guys have any questions today, this is a place for us to answer them. We want to answer all of your investment questions, anything that has to do with real estate. You're welcome to post them there on the timeline. Let us know what it is we can answer. There's a couple of goals that we want to achieve by being here tonight. And the one predominantly large goal that we want to help you guys with is to grow your business. So one of the things that we want to do is answer the questions that are hard for people to answer for you for free, because everybody wants to charge for their time. If you call an attorney and ask him about subject to, what does he want to do? He wants to charge you. What do attorneys cost nowadays?
Probably $200 to make a phone call.
Minimum, you're going to spend $200 for an attorney to tell you that it's legal to do a subject to transaction.
You need to put them on retainer too.
Yeah, exactly. So by the end of the whole thing, you've spent an hour talking to the guy, and you spent at least $200 plus hired him for the rest of the transaction. So one of the things we want to do is answer the stuff that we know we can answer based on our experience, based on us rehabbing, flipping, doing subject tos, buying houses from people that are past due on their taxes, you name it. There's a lot of experience up here, and we want to make sure that we help you guys with this show, which you can ask your questions live here now, and at the same time go back to your house, view it on our Facebook page, view it on YouTube, and learn from it. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help you guys out. So make sure that you guys are on there, and if you guys need anything, put them on the Facebook page, and then our producers will actually let us know if we have any good questions that we need to answer for you. All right. So with that said, we're going to come back. We're going to come up with about 5 different topics that we may, or 5 different mistakes that newbies make. And hopefully some of those mistakes will ring to some of you guys' ears. So hopefully those are some of the things that you guys, if you're just getting started, are running into. Some of them will have to do with funding. If you've ever had any problem getting funding on a transaction, this is the place where you can get that fixed. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've raised money at this event. Has that ever happened to you guys at one of the networking events?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Where you actually just come across someone that says, hey, I actually have some money to lend, and I know that you're trying to invest and doing some stuff.
That's why we come to events as partners. So
Exactly.
you can split up and go raise the money.
So, guys, we're going to cover a bunch of that here in just a second. Thank you guys very much for joining us. We look forward to being back with you here in just a few moments.
All right, guys, thank you very much for bearing with us while we go through these technical difficulties. We are getting a new soundboard and trying to figure out how all this awesome equipment works. So, again, thank you for joining us. Can you guys hear me? Yes? No? I don't think so? Yes? No, people can hear. All right, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right, you can hear me. All right, very good, very good. Looks like there's about 5 people watching us right now. That's a new record.
Okay, so you asked me a question while we were at break.
Well, while we were at break, I asked you if you remember the 5 major mistakes that you made when you started getting into investment properties.
Okay.
So let's start with one. Like, what would be number one, and let's cover that.
My number one favorite mistake that most new people make is that they tell me the house is worth this, and it's really worth this. But in order to make the numbers work, they say the repairs are this, and it's really that.
So you're saying that when you first get into real estate investing, people like to overinflate the after repair value and underestimate the repairs?
Most people are so horny for a deal. They just want to get in it.
Right.
And they just like, oh, I got a deal. Someone said yes at 90 and it's worth 105.
Yeah.
I'm going to make this work.
Yeah.
Not even thinking that the commission and the closing costs are going to eat up all the profit.
That's right. So they forget to work it backwards and figure out what they want to make from the deal, what they actually are going to spend on it, right?
Yeah.
And then figure out if the number that they're paying actually works.
Right.
Yeah.
Always make so I guess the number one mistake is always make the rehab fit the purchase price. Not the purchase price needs to work into your, you can't work your purchase price around making the rehab work for you.
Right. Now, I get what you're saying, but I guess the difficulty that happens there is that when you're first getting started in real estate investing, either you're a wholesaler, right? Or you're buying a house from a wholesaler.
Yes.
Right? Now, if you're buying a house from a wholesaler and the numbers are, the ARV is overinflated and the rehab is under what it should be, what are some of the things that you can do to offset the risk of potentially getting into a bad deal? Because that's really what people need to know. So you're getting started, you get a deal, it looks good on paper, you say, all right, there's 50, 60 grand, I can make some money on this. It needs what every wholesaler calls it, 10 grand in repairs, and I'm gonna go in there and do this in 3 months. And you and I, you guys, you look at it and we see it and we're like, all right, forget it, toss it to the trash, right? We just move on to the next deal. But there is someone that eventually or at some point buys that deal. What happens to that guy, and how can he avoid getting into a bad deal the next time?
He can ask for help, he or she can ask for help, get a third opinion.
There you go. Yeah, just get a third-party opinion, get someone to tell them what they think.
How many times have someone called you up and said, hey, I got a deal in this neighborhood. I saw that you did a flip there. Because I know when you guys flipped in the Memorial area, I know you. Your first deal that you did in the Memorial area just happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you call someone before you did it? Did you go look at some of the other
We
rehabs?
looked at tons of properties. We called other agents. We met them out there. We had them show us properties. We asked them what the market was doing, how buyers felt about buying in the area, what kind of things they wanted to see in the finishes. We had a couple people tour us through some of their active listings. We had a couple people we pretended to be buyers. We had a couple buyers agent tour us through other properties in the area and explain to us, kind of to get a feel what the sales process was for the agents in the area. We did that, and yeah, I mean it helped. And even then, I'll tell you one thing. Even then, one of the things that we're going to talk about today is properties that flood, and that's actually what happened with that house. That house ended up flooding. And we've had the absolute hardest time selling that house. And with that, even with that in mind, with doing all of your due diligence and doing it right, there are still things that can happen, and mistakes that you can make, and situations where you can lose money. Which I'll be the first one to admit, we may lose money on that transaction. And
Which one?
On our memorial flip.
Man.
Yeah. See, and so we're going to talk a whole lot more about flooded houses, because how many of you guys are getting a ton of emails of potentially flooded houses where the numbers look great? The numbers look awesome, right? It's
Great deal in Meyerland.
It's a 70% deal, and you're all excited about it. You're like, man, I haven't seen a 70% deal in a year, and it fits my numbers, and yeah, it's all nice and pretty, but it's been flooded twice in the last year. You know, what happens to those properties? How do buyers react to those? So we're going to talk about that here in just a minute, but I do want to continue with what you were saying as far as, yes, getting into it up front with the wrong numbers, and then in order to overcome that, it's just asking a third-party opinion. Look, perfect example, I actually, out of pure coincidence, looked at a house today with a friend of mine who called me and said, hey, there's this house, are you nearby? I happen to be nearby. It's a deal in Katy. You probably saw it in your email today. It's a deal in Katy. It's 2350 square feet, something like that. On the paper, the numbers look great. They were selling it for like 150. Looks like it needed maybe 40 or 50 on the pictures, and it was worth maybe like 250, right? So you're looking at the numbers and you're like, all right, well, heck, I could probably make some money with that, right? And the numbers look good. It's got the right square footage. It's got 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. You're thinking Katy, yeah, everybody loves buying over there. Well, guess what? I go over there and I look at the house, and 400 or 500 of the square feet were a makeshift addition. You know, one of those makeshift additions where it used to be maybe like a patio,
Right.
You know,
And so it's like a 3-inch slab.
Yeah, it's a 4-inch slab, and then there's like a flat roof that sits on top of it, and towards the end of it, it's only like 6 feet, so you feel like the ceiling's gonna hit you.
The roof's caving in on
Yeah,
it.
and then on top of that, the soil level on the outside of that addition is higher than the actual addition, so there's water coming in.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
You know, and it's like, well, even if there was a way to fix it, which there is a way to fix that. Essentially, you might be tearing it out, but even if there was a way to make it work and keep the addition, could you potentially sell that property? Would that property still be marketable? And is it going to be as easy as it originally looked on paper? And the answer to that was no, because the way that they fit the addition made the actual house functionally obsolete, which means what I mean by that is the kitchen faced the addition, right? And so there was no real use for this space. There was nothing you could do with it except open it back up and turn it into what it was supposed to be, which was a patio. You know, so even if you finished it out, maybe raise the ceiling or whatever, move the soil around on the outside, you still had a house with a weird addition. And there's hardly anything you can do to overcome that. You know, so
And the house will never, that makeshift addition will never be worth what it would have been had it been part of the original house.
exactly. And people always ask about that. Did you get permitting for this addition? Well, no, I bought this house with
Grandpa did it.
Yeah, it was grandfathered in. Like that's supposed to change the buyer's mind or something. You know, it never really works for you. So, all right, definitely making that mistake is crucial. What are some of the other mistakes you think you make as an entry-level investor?
Feeling that somebody else will take care of something for you.
Okay. What do you mean by that? Give me an example.
Like my business partner said he would do that. The contractor said they would do that. And the mistake you make is assuming that you both understand the same thing.
Yeah.
When you say that this will happen, it will happen in a certain way when it doesn't. Or you know they didn't do what they said they would do, and you never checked on it. Now you're too late in the project. And
Has that ever happened to you? Or you think it's from
it happened to me today.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. But yes, that has definitely happened.
He's talking
about I said I would be there at 10 and I didn't show up at all. No, I wasn't thinking of you at all.
You know,
But just believing somebody when they say, well, we'll do this and you do that and I'll take care of this, or the contractor will take care of this, and they really had no intention of doing that. You misunderstood what they said.
It's interesting that you mentioned that, because the most unsuccessful deals that I've had have been with partners, right? And yet, on the other hand, the most successful deals that I've had have also been with partners. So the trick there that I've learned is understanding exactly who's in charge of what. And I remember my first investment deal that I did with a partner, we were supposed to split everything down the middle. How many of you guys have partners? How many of you guys are dealing with partners? All right, unless it's your absolute like best friend or brother like my partner is, and you can maybe take him into the other office and just jab him in the gut once or twice to fix things, it's very difficult to work with a partner.
It's even worse when it's your brother or your wife, or a girlfriend. It's even worse dealing with people who are related to you.
You know, it's funny because people approach us all the time. They're like, oh, it must be really cool to work with each other. And we're like, yeah. It's like, you don't really see all the back end stuff that goes into this.
I tell people all the time, Ryan and I were better friends before we were partners.
Yeah.
Because now we're partners, and when it's our off time, I'm like, I don't even want to see your face anymore.
Because you see him all the time.
I see him all the time. I see him every day.
Yeah.
He's in my sleep. And he sees you. I'm sure he feels the same way. When I'm laying down asleep and I have a nightmare, it usually is Ryan asking me for receipts.
But you know what? So back to my story. We split this deal half and half, me and this partner, right? And we were supposed to go out there and do all the work half and half. And we were supposed to, make the payments half and half. We took out a hard money loan on that one, and everything was supposed to be straight down the middle. Here's what happens. We start getting the work done. I expect them to take care of the contractors. He expects me to take care of the contractors. Guess what happens? The contractors disappear. They run up. They realize no one's really in charge. No one's looking out for what the project's supposed to be doing. We end up giving them some money to go get materials, and we never see them again, right? So that was our first hard lesson is on losing money is don't hand a bunch of money up front to a contractor, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a huge mistake.
Yeah, huge mistake. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. But then we were like, all right, well, screw it. We already lost. It was like $6 or $7 grand. So we already lost that. Now we have to make up for it, right? So in order to make up for it,
I'm gonna chinch out on the quality and the finishes.
yeah. So we have to either cheap out on something else, or we have to go in there and start being contractors ourselves and start figuring out how we're gonna do some of the work, right? To offset this huge mistake that we just made.
Like when you mulch the entire front yard.
Like when I mulched the yard.
Yeah. Nice.
We'll have to tell that story again soon.
That was a great story.
Yeah. So what ends up happening is the guy shows up, the first day and the second day, and then the third day there's a ton of work and I'm there, and the fourth day there's a ton of work and I'm there, and that happens for the next couple of weeks. And we get to the end of this whole thing, and we're getting ready to sell it, right? And it's like, all right, well, let's go ahead and sell this thing. But I showed up, every day. You showed up 2 days. So does it make sense for us to split this down the middle? And of course, the partner that didn't show up always says, well, yeah, we're partners, right? And then the partner that did show up says, well, no, I did all the work, and you didn't do any of that. And so that to me was my, a big sign of that scenario of partnerships doesn't really work, and because of that, we've obviously made a bunch of changes to how partnerships work and how we structure partnerships now. But I think you're right. It's not having a clear understanding of who does what and what are they in charge of, and
what's the timeline?
What's the timeline? Yeah.
So what's the budget? What's the timeline?
Well, we talked about, okay, so we said not having a clear understanding of who's in charge of what. What else?
Not controlling your contractors better and letting a $20,000 job become a $30,000 job.
That's probably one of the next biggest mistakes. If I can think of it, I lost quite a bit of money on my first few transactions to contractors.
Yeah, contractors today have what's called a license plate warranty. Yeah. Their warranty is good as long as you can see their license plate. Once they're gone, that warranty is gone.
Yeah, and that's if you can never find them again. You know how many people have run off that I've never been able to find?
Here's another mistake that most people make. They pay contractors on Friday. Why would you pay your contractor on Friday? Guess what Friday is? Drinking night. That means Saturday, they're going to be hungover. That means you're not going to get any work going back at that house until Monday, maybe.
So what's a good day to pay them?
A good day to pay them, we go and pay workers Saturday at 2 o'clock, and then they leave. That's
a good tip. Keeps them from going out and getting drunk.
Yes. Also, we also pay production bonuses. So if they hit certain timelines, then they get a bonus.
Nice.
I also surprise them.
But you're talking about paying the GC a bonus.
No,
or you're paying your subs a bonus.
Yes, the workers.
That's a good idea.
Not the subs, not like the cabinet guy.
Yeah.
But we have a group of 4 guys that are day laborers. They're daily paid workers.
Right, but they're in-house. They work
in-house.
for you.
Yes.
Got it.
They work underneath us. And so there's a clear understanding from the project manager. Here's what we have to hit. If we hit that, everyone gets like $50 extra, $100.
Yeah. And it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but to them, it's just a matter that you're taking the time and making the effort to give that little bit of extra.
And also, when you're there to show up with money, or if you need them to stay late, show up that afternoon with pizza or tacos or something to eat or donuts that morning. Because when you feed people and you eat with them, don't just get pizza and drop it off. Sit there with them, grab some beer, drink. Hey guys, I really appreciate you staying late. Do whatever we've got to do. The house has got to be ready for staging tomorrow. They will stay late for you because they believe that you care about them.
That's absolutely right. One of the things that we're getting ready to start doing, actually my wife's helping me plan it, and I'm glad you mentioned that. So after the project is done, we're doing a little barbecue just for the contractors. Just for them. And so what we want to do is we want to invite them to come out. We want to have food with them. We want to have drinks with them. But in this case, we're catering to them. We're saying, and in our minds, what we're trying to do is find a way to say thank you because they're such an essential part of the rehabbing process. And when you find good ones, you want to find ways to keep them.
Those are good ones. Those are good ideas.
Yeah.
Hey, let's check Facebook on the break.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be right back in a few more minutes. By the way, guys, while we're figuring this out, I really want to take a minute to thank our sponsors, starting with Patent Law Firm. Patent Law Firm, where are you guys? I see you guys back there. Thank you guys very much. Give them a round of applause, guys. All of our awesome sponsors. We're really, really thankful for you guys. Patent Law Firm, Quest IRA, Quick Copy, where are you? Provin, raise your hand.
Provin in the house.
He will set you up with anything that you guys need for your businesses, including sending out letters for you, which is really, really awesome if you're out there wholesaling or if you're an agent and you want to send out a bunch of postcards or whatever you need.
By the way, I want to let y'all know Provin has direct mail going out at I think 42 to 45 cents. And an in-house designer. That is unheard of.
Pretty amazing.
Yellow letters is at 70 cents.
Yeah.
To send out yellow letters.
That's a really good price. I mean, it's hard to find that. So thank you very much, Provin, for taking part in our event. And guys, if you need anything in terms of sending out campaigns.
Did you know that Provin is also a world-class ping pong player?
I did not know that. Is that true? Should we bring a ping pong table next time?
Yes, you should.
And challenge him?
Provin whipped my ass in ping pong.
No joke.
After I beat Ross Alex because he was talking a bunch of trash.
Provin, is this true?
Provin is good. I didn't know this, but he and his family all play ping pong at their house.
Very cool. Then we have some other really awesome sponsors. We have Secured Risk. Secured Risk is awesome, guys. If you guys need anything for your insurance needs, insuring your houses, your cars, you name it, whatever, we insure all of our houses with them. So make sure you guys reach out to them if you guys need any help with insurance. Those are the people to talk to. Property Care as well. Those are the guys you want to talk to if you need help with managing your properties. We also have Red Door Funding. If you guys need any funding for your deals, you need any money to buy properties, they got you. 70% loans. They have some of the best rates in town. And you've done what? How many hundreds of deals with them?
I've done over 100 deals with Red Door.
They're awesome people, and they're a good time on top of that.
Yeah, even though David Hoke is here tonight, don't hold that against Red Door Funding.
Hey, he did drive his Hellcat here. And he said he's going to give away a drive in his Hellcat, so maybe we'll figure it.
But it was to a lovely lady.
I'm signing up. I don't care. I want to drive that thing. We also have something really cool. If you guys haven't noticed, it's called Memory Box. All right.
What is Memory Box?
Memory Box is actually a photo booth, but it's like a photo booth on steroids, man. You got to go see this thing. It's really neat. So not only will they take your picture, but they'll send it to your phone. They'll send you a text, right? And then they'll print you a copy on the spot. It's really cool. So you guys are welcome to go over there. They'll take a picture for you. It's on the house. But then if you need information on how you can rent Memory Box for your events, weddings, or any event that you might want to have, then you got to speak to Kevin. Kevin, raise your hand. He's the guy to talk to, and he'll help you guys out.
All right, Kevin.
Oh, that's right. So they're doing a 2-hour giveaway if you drop your business card in their bowl. So if you guys have an event coming up and you drop your business card in their bowl, they're going to be picking someone's name out of there and giving away 2 hours of their photo booth. Give those guys a big old round of applause. Thanks a lot, Kevin.
Or if you have a life or a party, Kevin's I have a life. I would like to drop. Hey, can you take my business card over there? I want to drop it in.
I just want Kevin to follow me around with that camera.
I have 7 kids. I can put that memory box to use. All right. Thank you, Kevin.
All right, and last but not
Kevin,
least,
you make sure I'm the only one in the box.
he already set you up. We know who's going to win that one. Last but not least, we have Plans Express here with us today, and I want to introduce you guys to the owner of Plans Express, because he's actually right now helping us process some of our plans. Now we've used other plans companies here in town. Of course, you've probably used some of the other ones here in town. But every time we meet someone new, we want to give them an opportunity to come up and talk to us and share with us, some of the strengths that they bring. So we want to make sure that we give Plans Express a chance to come out here and tell us what it is they do and how they can help our investment business. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Oh, here you go.
Sure. Okay. Thank you. Hi, how's everyone?
You're gonna have to be real close to them.
Okie dokie. I guess we're sharing germs, right? Hi, my name is Luis Barwin. I'm with Plan Express. Basically, Plan Express is it's a plan and permitting company. We do plans, and we help all our customers to expedite their permits. Basically, why use Plan Express? I mean, obviously, as investors, you want to get the quickest turnaround on flipping a home. So why would anybody want to use permits for their houses? Who does that anyway? Well, Curtis, you still pull permits for all your houses? Hey, give him some volume. Curtis has something to say.
Give me some juice over here. Okay, yeah.
Juice them.
I always use permits, and it irritates the fire out of me when people don't.
Doesn't it?
I'm one of the guys that calls the city and tells them someone's working without permits.
Unpermitted? Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry.
You can hate me if you want.
I
actually
play
do
by
too.
the rules. You do too.
Absolutely.
See,
I
that's
the problem. That's exactly the problem. You see, you have neighbors. You have neighbors that are always watching. Are you using any permits?
Especially in historic districts. The neighbors will call, and you'll get fined $1,500.
That's true. But why? I mean, you're already investing a lot of money into what you're doing, into your home, into flipping this home. Why would you not do things the legal way?
Not even that, but on the property, it's not property condition form, but what's that 4-page form that we have to fill out as homeowners?
The seller's disclosure.
Seller's disclosure. On the seller's disclosure, it says specifically, were any repairs or remodeling done without permits?
Yep, that is correct. Yep. Now, what happens? What do you think happens if you say no, knowing darn well you did, right? If you say no, I didn't do that, and then you sell the house.
I got permits.
And then you sell the house, and then what happens if that house falls apart?
Well, you want to know what they're doing now?
Yeah,
when you sign yes, that you did a house with permits, but you didn't. The bank is actually going to the city's website and pulling up the property address to see if there was a project number pulled and what is left on that project number.
I mean, what happens when someone actually gets hurt? Let's say a wall falls over because you decided to do something unpermitted, right? And you hurt somebody. You sell the house. Someone gets hurt. What happens to you? What happens to you as a homeowner that sold that house?
You get sued.
You get sued. Lawsuit. Yeah, you got a big fat lawsuit on you. Right?
That's what I'm sure you guys work with an engineer.
We do. We do have an in-house engineer. So we're kind of like a one-stop shop. That way we're gonna take care of you guys from start to finish. From beginning to the end. We're gonna have our engineer. We have an in-house engineer which will stamp all of our plans. And basically, by the time that we get to the city, it's already been reviewed by an engineer. So we're not gonna take as much time at the city. They already know us, at the city as well. You've been doing this for a long time. We've been doing this for a while. So what's the process like? So let's say, like, for example, one of the latest houses I bought, I wanted to take it down to the studs and move the kitchen from one side of the house to totally the opposite side of the house. So what would the process be like? You guys, do I say, hey, Luis, can you come out here and draw this thing for me? Or do I have to send drawings? Or what is it like to work with you guys? Well, okay. First and foremost, we're very friendly. We're very humble people. We're a new business, but we're not new to the business, And so basically, it all starts with your idea, right? What it is that you want to do, Sky's the limit, obviously. Sky's the limit. How much money you want to, put into it as well. Now, once you have your idea, your concept, what we do is we go on site and we look at what you have to work with, whether it's a renovation. Now, if it's a new construction, obviously, what we're going to do is we're going to take your idea, put it onto print, and basically show you, is this something that you're looking for? Everything is kind of like ordering at Burger King. Okay. Do you want pickles? Do you not want pickles? So you're telling me you can have it your way? Pretty much, something like that. Yeah. Something like that. You know. So
It sounds phenomenal. You're missing one phrase. Have it your way, right away.
Oh, you've been eating a lot of Burger King, haven't you?
Well, listen, this body didn't get this good looking without eating some fast food.
Hey, you're preaching
Don't
to
you
the choir.
go being jealous, Mr. Losing 50 pounds.
Dude, I've struggled. You know that. You know that.
Hey.
It's been
I struggled too. I've lost 60 pounds twice.
Not to cut you off, Louise, but let me tell you guys something about our office. These guys go to eat at the worst places every day, and I have to yell
Don't
at
make
them.
fun of Jabron's body.
So
Those are the best places. I love it. His microphone's not working, and he wants to say
he
something.
still wants to
so
interject and say
bad.
something because I'm talking about all the
now
stuff
he's
that
putting me off behind his computer screen.
So you're saying you can actually draw up some new construction plans? Is that what you're saying? That is correct. If you visit our booth, that's exactly why we brought one of the plans that we just actually got approved. So what you're looking at is our work. You know, this is not something that's a template. This is not something that, you know, we just brought out as a souvenir. No. What you're looking at is our work. Please critique it, inspect it, because this is what you would be getting. This is quality work. There's not a lot of builders in this event. What there is a lot of here are the people that are going to buy a house and they're going to put $20,000 to $50,000 into it and then put it back on the market. We have a lot of that. So that is correct. And that's, you know, like for example, the project that I'm doing where I'm moving the kitchen from one side to the other side, that's outside of the normal spec of most rehabbers out there. So even for that, you're saying you'll go out there, you'll draw up the house, right? And then what, you'll hand me a drawing and I'll doctor it up and then you redraw it again? Well, basically what happens is if you're not content with the first drawing, of course we're going to change it. We want to please you, you know? This has to be what you want. So what we do is obviously we must meet certain codes from the city of Houston. So, you know, we do everything according to specifications of the city of Houston. So you draw it all out, you get to the point where, all right, we're happy with the way the plan's going to look, and then you submit that to engineering. That is correct. All right, and then once engineering says, okay, dude, you got it right, then you take it all the way to the permit office. Yes, we work with the city. So we go to the city of Houston, where we're going to submit your plans, or we'll do walkthroughs, and, you know, we're going to get it approved. If you've ever pulled permits yourself, that service alone is worth any money that you'll spend, because it is a pain in the butt to go to the city and sit there and wait in line. And if you don't know people and you haven't been doing this forever, or know the girl up front at the register, like Curtis, I'm pretty sure you know those people.
I know the girls up front on the 3rd floor. I know the girl up front on the 4th floor, because I have to go to the 4th. The 4th floor is where the senior is.
Oh.
I go to the senior all the time because I go and my inspector is failing me on something, and then I'm like, oh, this is bullshit. I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna get this done and handled. And then they come back and they go, listen here, little man. You need to go get your plans redone.
That's right. So then you go back to him and you say, hey, I need you to fix this. Is that how it works? Sort of. You know, hopefully, I mean, if you're in the middle of something and you know you need our help, of course we're going to help you. Yeah. We're there to, you know, we're in the business. But the idea is you take on that part of the process, that challenge out of the process, so that someone that's just getting started and needs to pull permits doesn't have to go through the entire headache of learning.
It's a headache.
It is a headache. It is a big time headache.
Because you don't even know which floor to go to. You pull. When you walk in, the first thing that you're supposed to do at the permit office is get a ticket number.
That is correct. Yeah.
Well, then where do you go when you get a ticket number? Plus, there's like 60 different options on the board.
Yeah. The kiosk, it's that kiosk. I'm telling you, it's another thing. How many hours do you think someone spends pulling their first permits?
A lot, at least 3, because you're gonna miss the first time that your number's called.
Yeah.
You 103, you 103.
By then you're snoring. You're just
no, I'm already like I've been chatting with someone on Facebook the whole time. Everybody is. People are taking phone calls. You've got some loud snorer. You got people talking Spanish. You've got some irritating white guy that's trying to tell jokes in the lobby. It's an annoying
place. His name is
Curtis. yeah, that's me.
This is Texas.
Hey, quit clapping over there.
Someone heard that one.
I have one fan in the audience. All right.
We're going to be right back. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Louis, for joining us today. And hopefully we can get you guys some business. And get you guys some plans. Oh, yes. Like I said, visit our booth. We're there. We'll help you. And, you know, we're friendly guys. So come on over and chit-chat with us. Thank you, guys.
She's only taking a picture of y'all. She likes y'all more.
All right, guys. We're almost done with today's show, but we definitely want to talk a little bit more about the consequences of flooding. So how many of you guys out there have been affected by some of the recent flooding here in Houston? Has anybody out there had a house flood? Their own personal house or maybe an investment house? Curtis, do you have any of your houses that have flooded? Tell me you haven't, because I'm going to tell you a horror story right now.
Jabron, why do you keep turning my microphone
off? He turns
your
mic off on purpose.
Golly, Jabron. It's like dealing with Napoleon Dynamite over here.
Right?
Okay, no, I do not have any at all. I have none.
You didn't get any flood houses?
I don't have any flood houses. I don't buy in Meyerland. I don't buy in Westbury. I buy in the Heights, and I build my houses up real high.
Consider yourself lucky, man. I am going through the worst ish I've ever gone through on a flip, and it's a flip that flooded after I bought it. Yeah, that stinks. Let me tell you guys something. And it's been one of the worst investment experiences that I've ever gone through. And guys, keep in mind, I have flipped hundreds of houses, and this has by far been the worst one. Now, you know, the crazy part about this is when we bought this house, we thought we were going to spank this thing. We thought we were going to clear a 6-figure check on this thing. No doubt, we just had it set up perfectly. We got a great price on it. We knew what it was worth.
What's a great price, and when did you buy it?
So, Jabron, you might know a little bit more details on when we bought it. When did we buy this thing? You can't hear me? You have a mic? I want to say we bought. Give me a time frame when we bought this. Last September, October. Yeah, we bought it last September, October. So quarter of last year.
Had it been flooded before?
It had taken in water, but not from flooding. It took in water from the pool. So we were okay with it. We were like, all right, the pool flooded. It's not a big deal. The water that had gone in was just very, very light. It was an issue that we could fix. We cleared up the drainage system, which was clogged up on the outside of the house, and then sent a engineer to make sure that everything was done right. The engineer went over there and said, yeah, you guys did a stellar job. It looks phenomenal, and there should be no flooding from this point out, right? This was in October.
Okay.
Right? So come April of this year, you guys know what happened. We got all those storms. The whole city started flooding. Guess what happens?
The house floods.
Yeah. Horrible, right? So we go over there, and it's not bad. It's not bad to where the house has to be completely torn down, but we get about 3/4 of an inch of water throughout the house, and it doesn't sound like a lot. Right?
No, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it is. And
Especially when you have carpet.
Well, no, this one didn't have carpet. This one.
Oh, it's even worse if you have hardwoods.
All hardwoods.
Now you're walking on a ride at Disney World.
Yeah, and we started seeing some of that. I mean, we went over there the next day after the.
I'm a dancer.
I see that. You should get more into that, man.
We call that a hard scrape, hand scrape floors.
So we get over there, we start cleaning the thing up, and it takes us, a couple hours to get it all cleared up. And of course, we already start seeing the floors buckling. We start seeing some of the baseboards swelling. And the only thing we can think of is, well, this can all be fixed. It's all cosmetic. But what's going to happen with our sale, right? And how are people going to perceive that?
Okay, now here's one big question: did you make was a water claim done when the pool put water into the house? Was a claim done?
No.
Okay, that's good. Because did you know that you're only allowed 3 flood claims in the lifetime of a property? And then FEMA will no longer pay claims to a property once you have made a claim 3 times.
Now, if you make that claim 3 times, you can potentially qualify for a buyout. Did you know that?
Yes, but right now the city of Houston does not have the money to do buyouts. Do you know that multiple people, including Clay's old partner, tried to go get a buyout in Meyerland, and they said, sorry, we're no longer buying any more flood houses. Yeah. They ran out of money for that.
Yeah, I actually sold one of my flood rentals to FEMA, and it closed literally January of this year. And when I was at the closing office, they were already telling me that they were out of money. So imagine what happened in April after they got hit with thousands and thousands of claims.
You were the last guy, right?
I don't think I was the last guy, but I know that.
I think you were close.
Yeah, I know I was in that towards the end of that line for sure.
Now, what I've heard is that's the reason why the flood insurance is going back up.
Yeah,
because they ran out of money.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got
global
hit again.
warming, man. Are we blaming it all on that? Yeah, I am. What's going to happen to all of these investors that are buying flood houses in, for example, Meyerland?
Are people buying flood houses?
Are you kidding
me? Is anybody buying a flood house right now in Meyerland?
My old partner. Come on now. I get calls on this all the time. I get calls on it. Look,
no one's courageous enough to raise their hand.
to really raise their hand and admit it, but I guarantee you there's a couple people in here who have bought a flood house in Meyerland and are thinking that because they bought it at the right price, which I'm sure they did.
What's the right price?
Well,
what would
the right price before the flood.
Yeah, what would you buy a house in Meyerland for right now?
If I was to take a calculated risk and you were to say, hey, Alan,
calculated.
Yeah, because I would take a calculated risk.
Because it would only be at lot value, right?
It would be probably below lot value if I was to buy it.
I understand, but if lot value is 100%, what percentage are you buying of lot value?
80% maybe?
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't even go 80%.
I would want to be probably in the 50 to 60% loan to value scenario, and it would have to be a very, very healthy rehab, and I would have to have something spectacular about the house.
I wouldn't even rehab. I would buy it I would be looking for 50 to 60% of lot value. I would scrape, and then I would build pier and beam.
Mm-hmm. And that's what most people are doing right now.
With a 14-foot tall garage that has the double car elevator lift. Because what are people's biggest problems with now? And see, you're looking at me like I'm crazy, but on Washington, what are they parking their cars with right now? They're parking your cars with the double stacker that's an elevator.
Yeah.
Those are $3,500 a piece. You can put 2 into a garage for $7,000.
And save your cars.
You have a $60,000 to $100,000 vehicle there. People have lost Range Rovers. They've lost Bentleys. They've lost Mercedes. They've lost a lot of stuff in that area. Because Meyerland ain't playing any games. It's like 1 million to 1.5 million. Those are doctors. They're not rolling around in a Honda Accord.
All right, so what's happening to the investors that did buy in that area?
They're rolling around pretending like they're Paul REI in a brand new BMW.
What's up to Paul REI? Is he here?
Paul REI's here. He's in the back somewhere.
You are a big fan of his, aren't you? You call him out every time.
I love it.
Are those guys going to make money, you think?
I don't think anyone's going to make money. Right now, I would only buy it because I would live inside of the house in that lot.
Yeah, because you're getting a phenomenal deal.
I'm going to build a garage apartment, and I'm either going to put Ryan DeGennaro in the garage apartment, or I'm going to put a place there for Clay so that he can stay there. So we can do the radio show out of Clay's apartment. But
also, on the elevator stands?
Yes, also because Clay plays video games. He's a gamer.
Clay, you're a gamer.
Yeah, seriously, no lie.
I just got into Wii U. What is the game that we play over at the office now? Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers. I just got into it, and now I can't stop playing. Every time we get a chance, every time we get a little break at the office, now we have a Wii U Smash Brothers battle. And
you have a Wii U at the office?
Yeah. You don't have one?
No, we got to step up our game.
Yeah, for sure.
We have to step
What
up.
better way to release stress at the office besides dropping down a good game?
Ping pong?
Well, we don't have enough space for a ping pong table, but that would be nice.
Ping pong table?
You can play ping pong on the Wii, right? That's right. You can ping pong on the Wii.
Yeah, you can play ping pong on the Wii. This is a great idea for team building. I love this.
Yeah.
So you can use the money that you were going to pay in closing costs for your Meyerland flood damaged house to go buy a Wii U for your office, for your acquisition office, so that you can play games instead of losing money on flood damaged houses.
Hey, there you go. There's the answer to everything. But you know what? At the end of the day, I want to see the guys that did buy in those areas at least come out, maybe break even, you know?
Good luck.
And I hope that that's true for them. Most of those guys right now, from what I see, they're buying those lots in the 300 to 350 range.
Yeah.
And they're hoping that they're going to be able to sell them for about 6. But for example, I have one right now that I'm getting ready to list for another client. And when he originally picked that property up, and it was just a few months ago, we had a potential value on that property of about $700,000. And keep in mind, now we're looking at it and we're thinking 6. So we dropped $100,000 literally in just a few months. And it's because of that, because he knows that property, because of where it's at, because of how many times it's been flooded, that it's now considered stigmatized.
Well, did you hear the rule now that if you bought a house from a homeowner and then the property lost value, you can go back and the title company will give you the money that you lost? Did y'all know that? So you're looking at me like I'm crazy because I am.
Where's Ashley
It's not
Patton at when we
true.
need him?
You can't do that. That's the whole reason why you have to do your due diligence on the front end and buy right.
How sweet
There
would that
is
be?
no do-over.
Where does that money come from, Curtis?
I'm joking. It doesn't happen. There's no money.
Thank you.
That money comes from your pocket.
Or your lender's pocket.
Or yeah, when they foreclose on you.
Yeah.
When you lose money in real estate, it's because you did not do your due diligence on the front end and you didn't calculate all the variables for escaping that deal with profit.
Absolutely right.
Because you don't have to flip in order to make money.
Mhm.
You can wholesale, you can hotel, you can rent it, you can hold it.
Airbnb.
You can vacation. Yeah. We learned a lot about vacation rentals from y'all's condo.
You guys have done a phenomenal job with that one that you guys have over in the Heights.
Ryan's at, this month, Ryan's at $15,000. He's got a person at the house in White Oak for 42 days.
Hey, BB, why don't we Airbnb our flood house? How about that? Is that a good idea?
I think that's a great idea,
I
actually.
mean, it's a house in Memorial.
It's a house in Memorial,
As long as it's not raining. As long as it doesn't rain, right?
what you have to be thinking is, if it's in a high-end area and it has a swimming pool, people are coming from overseas, people are coming from out of town to go to the medical center to get cancer treatments.
Yeah.
They're staying there for 3 months at a time. They want to stay in a house.
Definitely.
No one wants to stay in a hotel with 4 kids.
At the end of the day, all we know is that the people that are buying flood houses, unless they're buying them right, unless they bought them right, they're going to be potential trouble at the end.
But it sounds like you have a way out.
Well, we always have a way out. I mean, that's why we're professionals in this business, and we understand that there are risks. Even if we take a loss, we understood that up front. At the end of the day, we'll find a way to make the money up. But I'm worried about the guys that don't have that ability, that don't have the possibility of coming
rushed
up with
into
strategies.
things.
Yeah. You know. So anyway, upcoming here in just a bit, we're going to talk a little bit to one of our sponsors and partners, Quest IRA, who's going to tell us a little bit more about some of the classes that we have.
Anne-Marie's going to be telling us her Urban Dictionary word of the day.
Let's ask her for the Urban Dictionary word of the day. I think she's got a new one for us today, doesn't she?
I think she does.
Awesome. We'll see you guys here in a bit.
Hello. All right. Is this the last segment?
This is our last segment, and this is the one we get to have the most fun in.
Yes, this is Anne-Marie.
Hello.
Okay, okay. Anne-Marie has 0 fans out there. Can we give a round of applause for
Give
Anne-Marie?
everybody a round of applause, guys.
Okay, you have 7 fans now.
Yes.
If you're not friends with Anne-Marie on Facebook,
Then you're not cool.
she's with Quest IRA. Does everybody know Quest IRA? She's our money mama.
How many dollars do you have hidden over in Quest IRA at the moment, Anne-Marie?
About $1 billion.
$1 billion. $1 billion. You gotta find a way.
$1 billion.
You gotta say it the right way when you say it. So I heard you were gonna teach us a new word today. Is that the word on the street?
What is
That was like a one-time deal.
That was a one-time deal?
the last Urban Dictionary word of the day was lit.
So I was, in the process of understanding what lit was, and then you were able to clear it up perfectly. So now I use it all the time. Now it's just part of my vocabulary.
So I think the new word of the day is fire.
Fire.
Is it fire?
Is it?
I don't know.
Anne-Marie, what do you think?
Jury's out.
You need to check on your phone and see what fire is for Urban Dictionary.
Is
Because
it?
Quest IRA is fire.
We love you guys, that's for sure. I think everyone here who's done business with you, and anyone who's looking to raise money or find a way to put some money on the side to invest in real estate should be talking to you guys. In fact, I think I have a client for you waiting to speak to you as soon as we're done here. But one of the things we wanted to talk about is some of the cool events that you guys have coming up. So do you want to tell us a little bit about this one that you have coming up here on June 16th?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a free 3-hour continuing education credit opportunity for every realtor in the room. It's totally free to attend. It'll be June 16th.
There's like 3 realtors in the room too. Out of all these people.
We better see all 3 of you there.
We're sitting right here.
And we're sitting here now. Are you going, Curtis? You should come out.
If you're going to go, I'm going to go.
Of course I'm going.
There's free lunch.
Free food.
Do we also get to bring our microphones?
Oh.
Yeah, there'll be networking and deal pitching like
Okay,
always after.
good.
For sure.
Whatever. Deal pitching and networking.
So we realized that when we were doing some research and we were starting to go out and recruit more agents, we realized that most agents are doing less than 10 transactions per year, right? And they're living transaction to transaction. So they'll go out and they'll hit this this little paycheck where they'll make 5 to 10, sometimes more, and they'll go out and spend it, right? And so I was telling Anne-Marie, I was like, is there a way for agents who are essentially running their own businesses not to get to the point where they're 60 years old plus and they're tired of working and have some money saved somewhere so they don't literally retire broke? So that's where this whole thing came from. It's like, well, yeah, there happens to be an IRA that we could cater towards them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. At Quest, we have 7 different types of IRAs. So for people that are self-employed, you can open something like a SEP IRA, and it lets you contribute like $58,000. So it really gives you that opportunity.
A SEP IRA?
I've been to the Tuesday morning classes.
Oh,
This is a regular.
those are the best.
I'm a regular.
So you can contribute $53,000 or up to $53,000 a year,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Into your SEP.
Into your SEP.
Self-employment plan. Right? Self-employed
Something
plan?
like that. It has some of those words in there.
Okay,
but
yeah.
Most importantly, you can
I call
contribute
it self-employed
$53,000 into this thing.
Heck
That's
yeah.
huge. You know, and you're not paying taxes on that. So now you can go out there and invest it. You can do some cool
But
stuff
then
with it.
you can take it into your SEP and you can roll it over into a Roth one time, right?
Yeah, that's true. So
And
whenever,
that's a tax-free event.
whenever you would contribute into your SEP, it's tax deductible. Whenever you convert it over to your Roth, you would pay tax going in, but then for the rest of your life and the lifetime of your heir, it'd be completely tax-free. So
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So
That's a little trick.
that's a little loophole there.
And you can open up an HSA account to pay your wholesale option fees.
Yeah.
Or not option fees, but earnest money fees. And when you flip out of your HSA, you can grow your HSA basically by just starting $1,000. Use that $1,000 to fund the earnest money. And then once you get the money back from the title company, that title company wires the money back to Quest's account.
Nice. Nice. What is an HSA for those people that don't know that?
an HSA is a health savings account. So basically, any contributions you make, you can take a tax deduction on them, and then you can grow it to any size, and you can use that for the rest of your life. It continues to roll over, and you can take tax-free distributions for all your medical expenses.
Who knew that you can use a health savings account for your real estate investment purposes? Raise your hand real high.
And to make
Very,
money.
very few of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why this class is going to be uber importante.
Yeah, definitely, guys. I mean, to understand all of these little intricate loopholes, it makes it really difficult because this information is not readily out there. And if you do like a Google search and you just like research self-directed IRA, there's 1,000 pages that come up, and none of them really explain how.
No, it's pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if you go read like IRS publications, you can't really decipher what it all means.
Exactly. I mean, I tried it. I looked into it. It's like, well, I can't understand it. I might as well just have someone do it for me.
And the reason why that is because everyone's going to spend money on programs where they can make money. Brokers make money investing your money.
Right.
Quest makes money on you using your money, not them holding your money.
Exactly right.
The name of the game is find the money or get the money into your account and then quickly disperse it into a safe, secured, asset-based loan.
Yep. Yeah.
Or asset.
You also have an account that I thought was really interesting that was for putting money aside for education.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
How does that one work? Tell us a little bit more about that one.
Yep, it's called the Coverdell Education Savings Account. So you can use it for educational expenses all the way up from elementary to like college and beyond. And any distributions you take from it are completely tax-free. So you can pay for things like your kid's education, tuition, room and board, Wi-Fi.
So let's say, like, for example, my kid is now, like next year he's going to be going into Westbury Christian. So if I want to pay out of my education account, I can use that education account to pay for his tuition?
Exactly.
All right.
But not only that, but what Anne-Marie would probably tell you is that you could start that education account with $1,000, just like an HSA.
Perfect.
Put your earnest money down, and then all the distribution comes back at closing into your child's Coverdell.
So let's say I want to raise, for example, I want to raise $20,000 for my kid's school this year, right? And I want to do it by flipping one single house
or
two, whatever, or maybe doing 2 wholesale deals, something
maybe
like that,
two wholesale deals,
right?
flip
All
one
right.
house.
So how would I do that? Walk me through that process. And I want to put all the money into this account so that I don't have to pay taxes on it, and then I can use it for my kid's education.
Yep.
Isn't that what people would use it for?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'll go out there and I'll put a contract on a property, and purchaser will be my IRA.
Exactly. It won't be your name. It'll be the name of your
It'll be
IRA.
your Coverdell.
Got it. All right. And then you guys get that. You guys get that paperwork, and you send the money.
To the title company. Right.
Perfect. So now everyone's happy. The money's there. That property then sells to end buyer or whatever. You somehow end up making money on it, either a wholesale fee or you make a profit, right? Right. So then when that profit comes back to you, it doesn't actually come back to your hands. It goes back to your account.
Exactly. It comes right back to your IRA, and there's no taxes when that happens.
Right. And then you can say, all right, Westbury Christian, here's my account. I need you to use this account to pay for this. Is that how it works?
Yeah, exactly. You just call us up, and we can take a distribution for it, and then you send it off to your kid's school.
How cool is that? That is so awesome. So I actually have a client for you today. Actually, I have 2. One of them that just took off, which I'll introduce you to by email. Oh, no, there she is, Genevieve. Genevieve, say hi.
Hello.
That's somebody that you need to speak to. But besides that, my wife and I have been planning to start an HSA or education account for a while now. So before you leave, make sure that I introduce you guys, because that's something that we've been wanting to do. And, you know, it's funny because when our kids started going to private school, and we're real big fans of taking our kids to private school, we were kind of worried that, how we're going to make payments for not just one kid, but now we have 2 kids. And then private school goes up every year. Like, it's crazy how expensive it is. And so one of the things we decided to look into was some of these accounts. And when we started doing research and looking it up online, I told you what we ran into. So I think it's awesome that you guys are here and you have the ability to just put on classes like this, show us, because I mean, if it's hard for me and I'm in the business and I understand money a little bit better than most people, imagine how it is for people that don't, you know? So I think it's cool that you guys are doing this, and I can't wait to figure out how to work more of those type of accounts. Of course, the way that I've used Quest IRA for the last few years is through approaching people who have those accounts already and want to find places to invest their money. And so we offer them the opportunity to invest with us. And that's been a phenomenal way for us to work with your clients. Now we want to use it the other way. Now we want to actually open the accounts and work them. Curtis, you have a couple accounts out there as well?
I have accounts. I have not funded.
Oh, look at that. Well,
But I have a lot of funds from everyone else's account.
Yeah. So you're in the same boat that I am.
Oh, yeah.
We've approached it the same way.
But you know what's great about the show is that he heard about the Coverdale the first time we had Nate up here, the first St. Arnold's Brewery happy hour.
Yeah.
And so afterwards he was like, dude, I didn't know that you could do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I learned that from Nate like 2 classes ago.
Yeah.
At Scott Carson's note buying seminar.
Yeah, and now look at that. Now we're getting ready to actually put it into action and use it. Anyways, guys, don't forget to join us June 16th. That's at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that's free 3 MCE credit hours. Everyone needs free MCE credit hours, man. It's free. And then you get lunch on top of that, so it's a phenomenal event to join us at. You get a chance to learn how to put that money to work. If you're in real estate, it really allows you to learn how to put it to work in the stuff that you know best. So, again, thank you for joining us today. This is it for us. Thank you to our guest host, Curtis Warden, for joining us. Give him a big round of applause. Thank you to Anne-Marie for joining us up here and teaching us a new word. What was the word of the day that we learned?
Fire.
Fire. All right, guys. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys the next time.
This has been a special edition live roadshow from St. Arnold's Brewery in Houston, Texas. White Picket Realty, House Flipping Network, and all of our sponsors, thank you for listening. To catch up on previous episodes, check us out on YouTube by searching Realty Ruckus and on Facebook. As always, keep up your ruckus. Realty Ruckus has been brought to you by Smart Pig Media Productions.